Italian realm, food is an essential part of welcoming people to the home and family. So the worst, most unforgivable sin is to refuse something offered to you. Welcome to the generous world of Italian food safari. On this safari, citrus from Mildura, the fresh crunch of fennel, kingfish carpaccio from Stefano De Pieri, an Abruzzese feast with porchetta, plus delicious fragrant biscotti.
The area called Sunraysia is one of Australia's fruit bowls. It centres on the Murray River and straddles southern New South Wales and northern Victoria. Its Mediterranean climate and rich soils have been a magnet for Italian immigrants like Mario Mamone, who came with his family to pick oranges and ended up buying the farm. From a culinary point of view, the Italians have always had a strong connection with citrus, lemons, oranges. What do you think that is?
To us, it's a way of life. I think life for us is the farm, and they've come to this place, they've seen the same type of way of life that they could have over here with more opportunity.
The Mamones set up a large orange beacon called Orange World on the Silver City Highway outside Mildura and grow all types of citrus, including some varieties adored by Italians. Mario, this is the kumquat, but not just the normal, ordinary kumquat.
Not the normal one. This is a typical Italian one, and that's a Chinotto kumquat. We all have that beautiful drink of Chinotto.
The very bitter drink,
one,
yeah.
And that is the one.
As we know, it's got a very sort of sour taste to it.
That's right, exactly.
Yeah, they smell fantastic.
They do. Beautiful.
I'm not going to eat this one because I know it'll knock my socks off.
That's it.
So typically in Italy, where would this grow?
Mainly Calabria, Sicily, any southern part of Italy.
Mario, these are the navel oranges?
That's right, and it's one type of navel called the Leng navel.
The Leng navel.
Thin skin, but very juicy.
Well, I've seen a few navels in my time, so let's have a look at this one, shall we? Okay, you're going to let me do this?
I'll let you do it.
Oh, I hope I don't hurt myself.
And look at the juice.
It is very juicy, isn't it?
Oh. Beautiful. Thank you.
I'm just going to bite into it.
And we're going to do it the Italian one.
It's sensational.
Nice.
It's like nectar.
The juice.
Very juicy.
The juice.
Look at that.
Have a bar.
Oh. So you've got some mandarins growing here as well?
We do, and we've got about 2,000 trees in this property.
Wow, this is a fair amount.
Yeah, they are, and we have this one here, this particular one you're peeling there. It's called an early imperial mandarin, and that's a favourite for the kids, obviously.
Oh, they love it, don't they? They just love it.
And in Italy, mandarin time is always Christmas time.
So it's a festive fruit as well.
And the flavour's beautiful. Well, you try, see what you think. Plenty of juice in them.
Absolutely. Very sweet.
And you don't have a seed to...
Not a seed in sight.
There you go.
That's delicious. So how big is the property altogether?
The property is 50 acres, and there is 10,000 trees. It's just an average property for
That's a lot of
Sunraysia.
trees.
It's a lot of trees, but if you add less trees, obviously you must be...
not economically viable.
It wouldn't be economical, so we need that many.
Now, I notice also there's a lot of fruit that's fallen from the trees.
True.
Is that a normal thing?
It is, and we don't worry too much about it because it's a natural shedding. We can lose up to 70%.
70%?
Of their food between blossom time and harvesting time. And the food goes back into the ground as a good fertiliser.
So it has got some use?
And it's got some use.
Mario, talk to me about these little babies now.
They're a beautiful one. That's most probably my favourite one. The famous blood orange.
The famous blood orange.
Famous blood
Mario's favourite. Well, let's split this one open because they can be quite deceiving on the skin. Sometimes they look quite normal oranges.
But if you wait another month or so, then it will be red, dark red all around it.
Wow, look at that. That looks gorgeous, doesn't it? And tell us, how do they differ in flavour from the normal oranges?
So sweetness would be the same, but they're lower in acidity.
Where do they originate from, this fruit?
Originally, we believe that they come from China.
Right.
And they're very, very common in
Italy.
In Italy.
Yeah, and we use them there, obviously, for the juice, to make beautiful drinks.
That's right.
Not to mention the one that's probably one of the most famous, the Campari and orange.
That's right.
And also they're great in cooking as well.
Yep.
We make a beautiful rice pudding with this, which is delicious.
Beautiful.
Buonissimo.
Italian cuisine is a feast of regional specialties, and one of the more elaborate is porchetta from the Abruzzo region, the famous roast pork and a quintessential treat. Whether you're in Sardinia or mainland Italy, celebrations often centre on pork, lots of it. It can be roasted whole or cooked in the Abruzzese style as porchetta.
Porchetta is a dish, traditional Abruzzese, where I come from. Wedding, christening, birthday, the man...
Celebrate
Celebrate the porchetta, yeah. That's the dishes which go especially in summertime.
Yeah.
It's the pork, garlic, fennel, all the spices and all the sort of a thing.
So you can smell this cooking.
While you cook, you can... Beautiful.
Lovely. Tony Marino was born into a family that have been butchers for generations. He came to Australia in 1960 and set up a butcher shop in Adelaide's food hub, the Central Markets, working alongside his wife Elisabetta and later his children and grandchildren. One of the traditions he brought with him is the fragrant spit-roasted pork. How many of these do you reckon you've done?
Oh, my God, if I have $10 each one, I would be millionaire.
So to cook the porchetta, you add garlic and a secret spice mix, do you?
That's right. Salt and pepper.
Fennel seeds.
Fennel seed, there's so many different spices, which is secret of the trade that I can't give away. That's why I'm the king of porchetta.
Oh, really?
Oh, I am. I was, in 1982, was the king of the porchetta in Australia.
Really? What happened after that?
Oh, I'm still the king, man. Stitchings now.
Like a shoelace?
Yeah, you go from the bottom to the top.
Yeah?
From the top to the bottom. See, look at the way maggot knots. Go over, see, over the string, inside, twice inside, and then in the loop. That's what the surgery do. Exactly the same, because when they pull, never get loose.
Very neat work. Yeah.
Done.
Finito.
Finito. All yours.
The porchetta is best cooked slowly on a revolving spit. And Tony is helped by his son John and grandson Ricardo.
Fresh lemon from my garden.
Yeah.
And make the crackling, nice crackling.
Ah. How long do you reckon?
I think it should be about 3 hours.
Okay. No family feast is complete with just one dish, so Tony's wife Elisabetta prepares her legendary ragu using a range of meats. Ready. She starts by adding sliced button mushrooms to a large pan of chopped onions that have cooked slowly in olive oil. Then for extra mushroom flavour, dried porcini mushrooms and a little of the water they've soaked in.
Now this got to be cooked until it dries a little bit.
She sets this mix aside and then browns stuffed quail.
There we are.
Beautiful. In the same oil, Tony's famous pork and fennel sausages. Then the various cuts of pork, adding salt and pepper as they cook.
There we are.
Beautiful. Elisabetta cooks chopped garlic and onions, then adds coarse beef mince, seasons it with salt and pepper. This is some sauce.
Wow, look at this.
Yeah. It's bigger and better in Abruzzo.
There we are. Let's start. That's ready. Because you got to go on in the sauce again.
Next, the rich tomato base for the ragu, which starts with tinned whole Italian tomatoes and bottles of the family's homemade tomato sauce.
You want 3 at once?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? There we go. It's an Italian festival.
We can come back.
This cooks down, and Elisabetta then adds the browned meat.
Sauce. And give a lovely flavour.
And you put all the oil in as well?
Yeah, oh yeah. That's the best. The best.
Because all that
lovely
flavour's built up.
Yeah. All the flavours is there, eh?
Yeah.
Good flavour. There we are. Oh. Enough for 50 people.
I was going to say, yeah, you've got to have a good appetite, don't you?
Got it in. Ready to put mushroom in there. Quail and sausages.
In they go. Quail. And the juice.
The juice. These are the best. Boil for a little longer and give a lovely, lovely flavour.
Well done, Nonna.
Well done. Brava.
The traditional Abruzzese style accompaniment is polenta. The coarser the better, says Tony. It's poured into boiling water and a series of grandsons stir the pot.
You want chunch? Antonia, come up here, Antonia.
So this has become the man's thing because it is such hard work, yeah?
Time for the next grandson, is it?
Yeah. Put a bit of sauce to give more flavour to the polenta.
Doesn't that look delicious? Oh, yummy.
The younger ones start when it's runnier at the beginning.
All right.
When you get a bit older, you come in. Then when you get too old, you go back to when it's running. Because
And tell me what you're looking for when it's finished.
you can feel it now, it's quite thick.
And you can feel when you lift them up, it's the polenta got to make like a line, see? It's run down nicely, see? See that? A few minutes to be ready.
That's good.
And look good, too. The cheese, please.
Closer, come on. Hang on, here we go.
Oh.
That's it, guys, dig in.
Do you don't say buon appetito.
This is the polenta.
Ecco la polenta.
Ready to go.
What a fantastic tradition. Oh, absolutely beautiful. What a combination. And you know what? It wouldn't be so good on a plate, would it?
No.
No. That's the difference.
The family together, look at it.
Andale, è buon. È buona polenta abruzzese.
Cook.
That looks spectacular.
Chicken here? Yeah, 165. So they are exactly 170.
So that means cooked, but
Cooked.
still tender.
Yeah, beautiful, suckling. Ready? Yeah. And now we start to cut the porchetta.
Yeah? Oh, listen to it. Sounds good. Here we are.
That just smells so beautiful. All those spices and a bit of garlic. So what are your favourite bits of the porchetta?
My favorite is crackling. Mara, you want to try some?
I'd love to.
You want? Piece of the shoulder and loin. I'll have the crackling and everything. That's that.
Sorry. It is.
110%.
Such beautiful flavour.
Beautiful. Right then.
It's lovely. Absolutely gorgeous.
In the depths of winter, the flat plains around Werribee outside Melbourne become a sea of feathery green as fields of fennel are ready for harvest. To the Masson family, who have grown it for generations, it's not fennel but finocchio, and Amadeo Masson can't get enough of it.
Amadeo, pretty big operation.
Yeah.
How long has the family been involved with this?
We've been selecting our seed every year, and it's been going on for the last 35, nearly 40 years.
Long time. So you've been at this property for that long?
Yeah.
And you grow them quite large, don't you? Is that how you like them?
This type of variety always grows very large. We've also got a hybrid through the summer, which is called baby fennel.
Yep.
And that grows half or even less than half of the size of this.
But traditionally, this is the winter vegetable that we know as
this will only grow through the winter.
The good old-fashioned finocchio.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at one of these babies, Amadeo. Whoa. That is quite big, isn't it?
This is how we cut
Right. That is a beautiful, solid vegetable, isn't it? It's like a football.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It is really heavy.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Let's cut some open and we'll do the taste test. The smell of it's making me hungry. How do you like cooking them? What's your best way?
Usually every night, Mum will do a salad with oil and vinegar, a little bit of salt and pepper.
Beautiful.
Occasionally she'll stir fry.
Yeah. Stir fry?
The stir fry, yeah.
Is that an Italian dish from up north?
Probably not. That's right. We sort of mixed it in.
And it's sweet.
Sweet as.
It was amazing.
Beautiful.
Really amazing. So delicate. Do you find it's growing in demand? Is that...
Yeah, over the last 6 years, we've sort of increased from 20 acres to 50 acres now.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things you either really like or you don't like.
Well, every winter I look forward to this. After the whole summer for your lettuces, once the winter comes in, I'm going crazy for it.
I've got a way to get the refreshing crunch.
That's right, especially through the winter.
That's gorgeous, Amadeo. Let's go back and make a salad with this right now.
Fennel is magic with citrus, and one of my favourite winter dishes is a fennel and blood orange salad. Finely sliced fennel is combined with discs of juicy blood orange, a squeeze of lemon, some olive oil, and a sprinkle of salt. This is mixed well and finished with a little dill. Insalata di finocchio is perfect with any sort of seafood, and my friend Stefano De Pieri loves to combine it with kingfish carpaccio. Stefano is Mildura's most famous chef, helping to put the city on the banks of the Murray on the culinary map. He loves using local ingredients wherever possible. Seafood is a little hard, but the rest is all local.
It's so beautiful here. How long have you been cooking
I've
here
been
for?
here for almost 20 years now.
It's amazing.
This has become my new home now.
I feel like I've known you for 20 years.
Well, we haven't known each other
It's
a long
gone in a
time.
flash, hasn't it?
Yeah, don't mention it.
You look fantastic, though. You haven't changed.
But you got skinnier and skinnier.
A little bit.
Grossi by surname, but in reality, you're very thin.
I haven't had enough of your cooking. That's the problem.
This is a fish that's readily available, as you know.
Yep.
And if you're doing it at home, you don't have to use a big fish. You can just buy a quarter of the fillet or whatever. But we'll fillet it now. I'll just put a cloth on it so I don't cut myself. And the idea is to marinate this fish in orange juice overnight with a little bit of salt. And by the following day, it's cured. And
This is quite a northern Italian tradition, isn't it, to preserve
yeah, whether
fish?
it is en saor, you know.
We love it.
We love it.
Yeah.
We love it. For this dish, it's important to leave the skin on. Okay, place it on, put the fish like that. Now, what do? Squeeze orange juice over it. Just some orange juice like that. And watch it because it squirts everywhere.
Well, you're not going to get me in the eyes. I'm wearing my glasses today.
But you can see that this is not rocket science, is it? Some salt. Hey, you can use white salt, normal stuff here. It would be, say, 2 tablespoons, would you say?
So this is just your normal garden variety salt. It can be anything, really?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Because this is important too. These oranges, by the way, these are mine.
Totally organic.
Quite a bit. Some lemon as well. Why not? We are in Mildura. Let's have a festival of citrus.
It's a citrus fest. It looks amazing.
And next, just some herbs, just coarsely chopped up. I've got basil and dill. Now, all you have to do is cover it
that
with
up.
flat wrap, of course, put it in the fridge, leave it 24 hours.
Put it away and we'll go and drink beers and come back in 24 hours. So, Stefano, this is our cured fish now, and we can see the fish has actually changed.
The citric acid and the salt work their way into the fish.
So, in essence, the citrus and the salt has cooked the fish.
Has cooked the fish. Now, it looks a little bit messy like that, so let me
scrape
clean
those
it
off.
up. And when you cut it, do you see the fish is going that way, but I go contrary to it. I find it doesn't break.
Good.
It's easier to cut, and you don't have to have those winter oranges. You can do it in the summer with the Valencia. So this is a lovely summer dish.
I think that's enough for us.
That's enough for you and me, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so what else? Even though it has been cured with salt, you still need a little salt on it.
So you're going to use the lovely pink salt for that?
Murray River salt, just olive oil from Australia, of course. So a nice big...
Look at the colour.
squirt.
Look at the colour.
So
amazing.
You can add another note of citrus if you like, a little lemon juice around the edge like that, another nice red orange, a bit of colour just for fun.
Gee, that looks so beautiful.
That's a beautiful antipasto, isn't it?
It's gorgeous. Let me play mother, okay? I'm going to serve a little bit to you.
Thank you, Mummy.
A little bit of finocchio. I know how much you like it. Okay. No.
I'll play daddy for you.
Thank you. Okay.
Buon appetito.
Grazie altrettanto.
Hey, some bread. What kind of Italian are you? I can't eat without bread. Okay, give me a piece of... I can't even think of food without colpane.
I tell you, couple of oro, bread or no bread, it is divine.
Thank you.
Oh, it's really good. I must say, not to brag or anything, but that fennel salad's pretty bloody good too.
The role of biscuits in Italian cuisine is like a sweet form of punctuation. They fill in the gaps between meals, joined with a coffee or a glass of Vinsanto. Some are baked at special times of year, others are popular year-round. Biscotti are universal crowd pleasers. Their name means twice cooked, which is what gives them their unique taste and texture. Pastry chef Alexandra Rispoli of Buon Ricordo restaurant in Sydney uses a tried and true recipe from her boss, Armando Percuoco, fragrant with liqueur, vanilla and citrus zest.
Some things are so simple. I think that's the best thing about biscotti. It's just
when do you
easy
eat
to make.
biscotti?
All the time. Great.
The recipe starts with flour, caster sugar and a pinch of salt mixed together. Baking powder is added for a little rising action and a softer crumb.
Pistachios?
Then whole pistachios and flaked almonds.
These are not. And also your almonds. This is a good kind of balance.
Alexandra adds the zest of an orange, a lemon and a lime. Then the seeds of a whole vanilla pod.
Okay. And then about 30 mils of Pernod.
30 mils of Pernod?
Mils, maybe a little bit more. And then we've got 4 whole eggs. And then 2 egg yolks.
Hands again?
Hands again.
The mix is combined and worked until it forms a dough.
This is the fastest recipe I've ever seen.
Yep, and the easiest though.
Yeah.
This is shaped into logs which are rested in the fridge for 20 minutes.
So what temperature are you baking these at?
Moderate oven, about 180 degrees, for about 10-15 minutes, and then you actually need to drop the temperature down a little bit just to help dry out the insides.
When the logs have cooled, they're sliced with a serrated knife and laid out on a baking tray for their second cooking, which takes 5 to 10 minutes.
They look so pretty. Yeah. Lovely. They look so nice.
On our next Italian safari, the secrets of preserving, including traditional homemade salami, curing olives, creating pesto, and the art of sfogliatelle.